the purpose of Industry Summit is to bring together companies, their customers, partners, and also financiers. And our next speaker is Dennis Hamro Drotz from Nordic Environment Finance Corporation, and he has money, definitely. Welcome, Dennis.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So hello, good afternoon everyone. Let's see if we manage to get some of the people back from lunch before the end of my presentation. My name is Dennis, and I'm here to talk to you about financing your projects when you are going out abroad with a project service that also makes a positive impact on the environment. As for the other speakers, I'll actually just have to see if I can get this one to work. Okay, here we are. As for the other speakers, I was also asked to show you a picture of my life, not a picture of my wife, but this is actually both. So in addition to that and the fact that we are talking about my favorite pastime, the attention I want to draw on this picture is actually this small sign here on the side of the picture. And it reads in French and English, a level of the glacier in 2010. And 2010 was actually the first time that I skied this particular off-piste route. And today, the glacier that you see in the background is about 40 meters of height below where it was in 2010. So when I saw this earlier this year, climbing up these stairs back to where you can ski down to the valley, it struck me as something quite scary, actually. And this is the reason why I am here today. This is the reason why I actually work with what I am working, because I feel that there's something needs to be done in respect to the big global environmental challenges that exist in the world. And there are many different solutions. One of the best solutions that I have encountered is actually finding good projects, good companies that have a business idea that can fly and sustain the idea financially, but also addressing some of these major environmental challenges that we have. And in order to do this, you need capital, you need financing. So for that, you also need financial institutions that are willing to take on some of that risk and be part of the journey together with the companies, financing them when they go abroad, when they want to scale up, when they have investments that need to be made. Nefco is a Nordic financial institution owned by the 5 Nordic governments. We finance mainly Nordic small and medium-sized enterprises, companies, in various industries, various fields. The common denominator for all of them is that they actually have some kind of positive effect on the environment as well. But it can be everything from renewable energy to energy efficiency to very basic things such as upgrading district heating in former Eastern European countries, to cook stoves in Africa, or wind power services in China, for example. The various types of financing that we provide are grants for internationalization. Here we have this one fund that we manage on behalf of the Nordic Council of Ministers, where we can come in and co-finance the feasibility study part when a Nordic company is planning to go abroad, planning to establish some kind of new business in a new country, somewhere outside of the Nordic countries and Europe. These are just examples, the number of projects in different parts of the world. So you see that we pretty much spread out globally. Here, the sums are fairly small, but still very helpful when you are doing these necessary steps before you actually can establish yourself abroad, up to 50,000 euros per project. Then here are a couple of examples just to show you the range and type of project that you have. Everything from climate forecasting to bioenergy to even harbor cranes. And then you might ask, what can these type of big machines, what's the environmental impact on those? But here we are looking also compared to the base case. In this specific example, it's the fact that this company can show that their machines are much more energy efficient than competitors on the market. Then our main type of financing is various types of loans and equity. And here we can finance projects, companies, various financing needs abroad. Again, it needs to be a Nordic company. The tickets, the size of the loan that we can provide is everything between 250,000 euros up to 5 million euros. Here, the company should be a bit more stable already. This is money. This is not anymore the kind money that you get and don't have to pay back. This is money that you actually need to pay back. But we here try to fill up a specific role. So, for example, I think Nordea is the next speaker. Usually a private bank come in with senior debt, and then the company might themselves come in with some own equity. And we can do all of that. But in addition to that, we can fill up this gap in between with various type of junior type of loans. So I want to leave a couple of minutes for questions. So as a summary and conclusions, can I apply for funding? That's always interesting for companies to know. And the answer is yes, if you can tick the boxes on these 4 points. You're a Nordic, SME or mid-cap. You're planning investments outside of the European Union or the Nordic countries. Your investment has a positive effect on the environment. And you're looking for a loan or equity investment in the size between 250,000 and 5 million. If that's the case, happy to talk to you later. And I actually would be very happy to get in touch with some more companies from this part of Finland. Our headquarters is in Helsinki. We've been there for 30 years. But they are far and few between the companies that we talk to from the Oulu region. Luckily, I have at the moment at least one. But the take-home messages is, please get in touch, keep us in mind. We would be happy to talk to you and hear what you are doing. And we can then perhaps co-finance your future investments. Now I would be very happy to take some questions if you happen to have them. And anyways, I also leave you with this slide where you can find my contact information and also the website of Nefco. And I actually think that I even managed to stay on time.
Thank you, Dennis, for being on time. Are there any questions for Dennis? Yes, can we get the catch box there up in the...
Thank you. Thank you for introduction. Do you have any preferred market areas or technologies? You have emphasis on something like that in your financing, or is it just general outside?
It's general. Well, many of my answers would be, it depends, case by case, but we don't have any specific market or industry area that we are focusing on. As long as the company or their product service has a proven positive effect on the environment. If that's the case, we're open to pretty much anything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's one over there.
Another question.
And you're of course also feel free to ask in Finnish or Swedish or any other language that you might come up. There might be interpreters here.
Money makes people talk and ask.
Yes, that's good.
Markku Laatikan, Valtavalo, Finland. Wanted to ask about the possibility to use the grant for like external services, kind of like if we have a product that we would like to be selling in North America,
yes.
To make it happen, we need to find some certification and stuff like this. And is this something that the grant can be used?
It can be part of the project. The project's aim should be that your company is establishing some kind of operation, in this case in North America. So that would be a representation office, a subsidiary. But of course, before you can do that, you probably want to do a market study, etc. And as part of that, yes, you can have external services included in the project budget.
So basically, external services also can include certification kind of things for the products.
Yes, yes. The project that we would potentially come in co-financing with you is a grant, but we would only cover a maximum of 40% of the costs. So as the company would need to still pay at least the 60%, we believe that you know better than we what you actually need.
One additional thing, you mentioned also the equity possibility. How does that work? And the convertible loan, is there certain kind of like different limitations? What kind of things you are interested about investing in?
Well, here I just want to come back to my first answer to the previous question, that it depends. we look on every project from a case-by-case basis. We can do equity. Usually we do junior or senior loan. We can do equity, but then it really depends. But your company should, at that stage, be fairly solid. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for the questions. Now we have to move on with the program. But here is the man that you can have a chat with later today, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you.